everyone, my name is D Angela Ingkan Flora, and today I will explain and also demonstrate my learning media, which is a handmade clock. So, this learning media is used to explain the concept of time to second grade students. And the school that I choose to apply this learning media is SLH Koja. It is easy to make this learning media, and it is really affordable, so it is suitable to any levels of schools. So it is not only for middle to lower class level. Before I explain the process of how to apply this learning media, let me explain about the learner analysis. So first, English is considered as a foreign language because the students are not really exposed to English and they are not really fluent in English. Most of the students are coming from different cultural background, so that's why Bahasa Indonesia is the communication language that is used in school. Second, most of the students are coming from middle to lower class families, and they are not really exposed to English, but they are supported by LKS atau Lembar Kerja Siswa, and also online resources from the teacher. Third, most of the students are kinesthetic and also visual learners, and they really enjoy interactive learning activities and also materials such as YouTube and maybe the other platform that we can use. And they are really active, but still they need the presence of the teacher to guide them. And they love to sing and dance, so maybe YouTube videos will be very helpful to attract their attention and also to their learning process. Now, let's talk about the learning objectives. So the learning objectives for this learning media are: for the cognitive, students will be able to read the clock by learning about time through learning media. So through this learning media, students are expected to be able to read about the time. And for the affective, students will be able to participate with their friends to learn about time through collaborative learning and group work as part of the discipline attitudes of the students. So they are expected to work collaboratively with their friends and also learn together about the time. And lastly, for the psychomotor, students will be able to perform their speaking skills by mentioning the time in front of the class. So they are really expected to mention it accurately and in the right way. Now, let's jump to the main part, which is how to apply this learning media and also the demonstration how to use it. But before we jump to the explanation from the teacher, we can use YouTube videos as a media to explain or to give a prior knowledge, and at the same time we can also use these videos to attract their attention before the teacher will explain about the method. Okay, so let me explain about the learning media. So the clock has two round layers, and the only thing that can be moved is the hour hands. Okay, so we have two hour hands here. For the long one, it will show the minutes of the time, but for the short one, it will show the hour. Okay, the hour of the time. So the first layer of the clock shows the hour of the time. The second layer of the clock shows the minutes of the time. For example, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and also 25 minutes up to 30 minutes. And there are some clues there about the meaning of the time. For example, like a clock, a quarter to explain 15 minutes, maybe a half an hour to explain the 30 minutes. And also, the last layer outside the circle consists of past and also to. Let me explain about the use of past, to, a clock, a quarter, a half. We will use past when it's past the hour, so it is already up to 30 minutes past. For example, like this one. I can say it is 10 past 4. It means that it is already 10 minutes past 4 o'clock. We use to explain when it is before the hour. So it is already after 30 minutes past. For example, like this one. I can say it is 10 to 6. So it means that it is 10 minutes before 6 o'clock. The next one, for 30 minutes, is half an hour. So we will say a half past, not a half to. Because it is up to 30 minutes, we will use past. The next one is 15 minutes is quarter an hour. So we can say a quarter past or a quarter to, because it can be 15 minutes after 4 or maybe 15 minutes before 4. So we can use past and also we can use to. And the last one, we can use a clock when it is on the hour. So we can say maybe, for example, like this one. We can say 2 o'clock. Okay, now let's demonstrate how to apply this learning media. So now we already have Abigail and also Muel to help us to demonstrate this learning media. Okay, students. So now let me explain to you how to use this learning media, because later on you will work in your groups to use the learning media to help you to learn about the concept of time. Okay, so as you can see, we have past here. So we use past to explain when the hour is up to 30 minutes past. Okay, so for example, if it is already 10 minutes after 2 o'clock, we can use past because it is 10 minutes after the hour. Okay, so as you can see, we have past here, right? Okay, so we use past when it is past the hour. So it is up to 1 to 30 minutes past. For example, to make it clear, if the long hour end show the number of 2 and the short hour end show the number of 12, it means that it is already 10 minutes after 12 o'clock. Okay, so you have to remember that the long hour end shows the minutes, while the short hour end shows the hours. Okay, so if I show you this one, can you explain to me how many minutes here? We can see 20 past 12. Okay, for example again, if I show you this one, how you will use this learning media? What time is it? Open this. 25 past 1. Good job. Okay, and the next one, we will use to explain when the time is after 30 minutes. Okay, so when the time is before the hour, we will use to. Okay, for example, like this one. If I show you this, we can say it is 10 to 6. Why? Because it is 10 minutes before 6 o'clock. Okay, so it will explain that the time is before the hour. Okay, and the next one, if you want to say 15 minutes after or maybe 15 minutes before, you can say a quarter. Okay, so you can open this and it will show you a quarter. So you don't have to say 15 minutes before 4 o'clock or maybe 15 minutes after 4 o'clock, but you can also say a quarter past 4, a quarter to 4. Okay, and if it shows you 30 minutes, you can use a half. Okay, like this one. So if the time shows you like this one, okay, it is 30 minutes after 3 o'clock, so you can say a half past 3. Okay, so we will only use past, you cannot use to, so it is only for 30 minutes past. So if the time is past the hour or maybe up to 30 minutes, you will use past or to. Past, because it is up to 30 minutes. Okay, so for example, if I say 10 minutes after 5 o'clock, you will use past. How you will mention the time? I show you 10 minutes after 5 o'clock. Yes, 10 minutes past 5 o'clock. Good job. If I want to say the time, it's before the hour or maybe after 30 minutes past, what will you use, past or to? You will use past or to explain before the hour. What, man? To. Good job. For example, like this one. If I say 25 minutes before 9 o'clock, you will use to. How you will mention it?
It is 25 minutes to 9 o'clock.
Good job. Okay. When I ask you, when the time is already past 30 minutes, what will you use? 30 minutes?
A half.
A half. If it is after or maybe before 15 minutes, what will you use? A quarter. When the time is on the hour, what will you use? A clock. We will use past or to explain a half an hour. Past, because it is 30 minutes. Okay, it is up to 30 minutes. We use past. Okay, can you understand now? Yeah, you already understand how to use it. Okay, so it is the demonstration of how to apply this learning media. Maybe it is not really perfect, the explanation, but I really hope that you can understand how to apply this learning media to help your students to understand the concept of time, to measure what time is it, and also to mention it accurately or in the right way. So thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying this video. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.